Alright guys, it's that time. I've had this car for nearly 2 years. It is November 5th, and here in a couple of weeks it'll be 2 years, but again, it's the time of season where it's starting to get cold, so I wanted to go ahead and do the video just in case it gets too cold. But yeah, 2 years. I'm just under, I think, 107,000 miles. I got this at 80,000 miles, and just wanted to give sort of what's going on with it. What are my future plans? So quickly, I am at my old elementary school. It's a Saturday and a game day, so I'm just really hoping nobody bothers me over here. And that's actually my old neighborhood right there. If you look right there, that's my old house, the gray one right there, from elementary school. I've been out of there for almost 10 years now. But yeah, you know, I've been thinking about the location for a long time. Anyway, so I did fully detail the car with wax. It hasn't had wax in quite a while. Actually, since before I got some of the repaint done. I did go again with the Tints Oil 5W30 high mileage, and I replaced the intake and cabin filter since that hasn't been done since ownership of the car. Anyway, I'm gonna go over sort of the features and modifications I've done for those who are just watching me for the first time. The wheels are a little bit dusty, but that's alright. But the wheels are NK BR7s. They are the 17 by 7.5 with Michelin MXM4 tires. Those are all seasons. And I'm about a quarter of the way through the tread, and I've had those for about 1.5 years now, so those will last quite a bit longer, although I might be replacing them soon. We'll get into that later with future plans. So those are my wheels. I am using Megan Street Series coilovers. They are about halfway lowered right now, and they are about 75% stiffness right now because I do not have rolled fenders, which is something, again, we'll get into future plans, but if they go any softer, they start rubbing pretty bad. So I do have to keep them quite a bit stiff. Moving on to the front, pretty sure this was in the last update, but we tried to restore the lights. This one had a ton of water in it, and they were both just oxidized, so we pulled them both apart, painted the interiors black, and they're lasting okay. The right side did shatter into 4 pieces, so this one is completely held together by super glue, unfortunately. That was a 10-hour ordeal. So gonna be replacing those, probably not anytime soon, maybe in the next year or so, just because they're $600 for both. The Hydro Dip grill, I've had this for probably about 15,000 miles by now. It has a couple of rock chips and not really any fading, just a couple of rock chips, as you can see. So that's holding up pretty well, and the front does still have some rock chips on the hood, but that's to be expected. I do have one place that has clear coat coming off, which is right there, just because I'm pretty sure that's just a spot you would forget to wax. Front bumper is still looking great, minus a few things which I'll talk about. I do have a couple of rock chips right there. This was repainted black with the other stuff earlier this spring, and I did recently get a pretty bad rock chip right there on the highway. I remember that happening. It was from a dump truck, so I'm pretty upset about that, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so As you can see, I did go to, I believe this is 30% window tint, which is a little above the legal limit, so you can still see into it barely if you look, but if you're looking at an angle, the reflections just completely kill it out. So yeah, I got that done. I removed all of the old purple window tint myself except the rear, because it has the I don't know if you can see, but it has the heating in the window, so I didn't want to damage that. This rear side used to have a horrible gash in it, but again, that was fixed. That was covered in the last video. And I did recently get this pretty bad situation here. I'm not really sure what happened, but I think someone was pulling into a parking lot and they just barely scraped me and didn't notice. I haven't hit anything, so I don't know what that is, but it's not a big deal. It's luckily all on the rear bumper, which is the worst thing on this car. As you can see, there are various chips. They're starting to get some cracking, fading stuff there. You know, generally it's the worst paint area of the car, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Also in the summer, I was putting stuff in the trunk at work and I shut the door and the badges fell off, and there is a bunch of goop left on both sides, so I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna have that professionally fixed. So stickers, I'm not gonna go over that too much. Pretty much self-explanatory at this point. We'll go over the trunk. If you guys don't know, of course I have my Subaru shopping bag and my giant umbrella and a coat since it's getting a little bit cold, but I do have my Kenwood 12-inch non-ported subwoofer and the 2000 watt, not really sure what brand that is, maybe you guys know, but yeah, that's held in with a strap and it's perfect. That setup was 80 bucks, by the way, and that's been in there for a year and a half and it's been awesome. So no complaints there. Alright, so I do have some chipping underneath there, but you know, that's to be expected. The paint is 12 years old. So I'm going to move on to the interior, and then we're going to talk about future plans and modifications. So I'm going to warn you, the interior has not been detailed. This is a daily car, more on that later, but as you can see, I still have the STI floor mats I got it with, and the seats are, you know, fair condition. We're currently at 106,814. Do have my access port with the matching carbon fiber dipped faceplate. I still have my JVC 6-inch touch unit, and yeah, billet work shift knob. That's the Sonic Burst. That's one of their newer ones. I do have a phone attachment here. This is perfect for GoProing, or you can slide it up and it's completely out of the way. And, you know, dash cam and GPS, whatever you need to use it for, that's perfect. I did add a little sticky clip here that will run a cable through, and I can either run that from my JVC there or my outlet there, and that will run up for GPS, or if I want to listen to music and I'm running GPS, you know, whatever I want to do, it's perfectly fine for that. Let's quickly go over this over here. So if you guys are watching this video, you guys know these people. This is Smurf and WRX, TJ Hunt, and Evan Shanks. They were in town for the rally, which is coincidentally a half a mile from my house. So I went over there and got some signatures. And yeah, my sunroof, I love it. It hasn't leaked I usually leave it popped up like this for ventilation, and I have the shade closed about halfway to keep sun out. Right there is my microphone for my system there. Anyway, let's pop the hood real quick. Talk about modifications. Give me just a second. Yeah, as you can see, it hasn't been opened in a while. But yeah, so new battery as of last fall, I think. Starting to show some corrosion, so that'll have to be cleaned up later. But yeah, you can see the Megan coilovers right there, and I don't think much has been changed since last time. I did do a intake silencer delete, so it does sound a little bit better. And there's our downpipe right there. So I do have a fully catless non-resonated downpipe and uppipe. So it is a pretty loud car. It is still on stock turbo, unfortunately, which we're going to get to that in future plans. Yeah, blow-off valve has been removed for a while. That was giving me issues. Get all those leaves out. But yeah, you guys, I've told everything on modifications now. I do have the Grimspeed electronic boost controller, which is sitting right in there. If your stock one gets jammed up like mine did, just spend the $100 and get the Grimspeed one. It'll help out a lot. So, future plans. I did say on another update video that I wanted to trade for a BMW 335i, and after thinking about it, this car is way too fun to drive, even though the top end power is god awful in this. It's so fun to drive around town. Like when I get my new daily, it's gonna be hard not to drive this just because. And you know, it's awesome, honestly, to say the least. So my new daily will be ready in about 1 or 2 weeks. Dedicated video going on that one. So I am running out of brakes. I've had it for 2 years and I haven't touched the brakes at all. And unfortunately, coming off of high-speed off-ramps, I'm getting some wheel shake. My rotors are still decent. I mean, I could go with or without a resurface. Again, I would have to check to see if I would have to check and see if they're thin enough or thick enough. But anyway, there's somebody walking by, but I'll keep recording. I am thinking about ordering some Hawk brake pads. They're about $200, but it shouldn't be an issue. They're really high performance and they should last quite a while. So that's coming up next. Also, my friend did get his car built, so he has a bunch of STI parts left over. So he said he would trade me this stock turbo and $200 for his VF48. So I'm gonna jump on that. I've got to order 1000cc injectors, a fuel pump, and STI top mount, and then we should be good to go on that. So I'll be running that setup hopefully pretty soon, until I'm out of school, and then I'll just, build the engine. And that's it on the engine setup. I will have to get an external wastegate though, which is going to be about an additional $350 because of this is a catless downpipe, so I am already having issues with boost creep. This is tuned for 18 psi, and quite frequently, if you're on it for long enough periods of time, you'll reach 21, which is highly dangerous because this turbo blows up at 22. However, I have not had any issues with it, but it does it's basically blowing hot air in for no reason. So I would want to get that under control if I was upgrading to something bigger, because bigger is going to be, you know, more problems if you're not careful. But that, and if you guys have seen this company called Braum, B-R-A-U-M, they have these seats called Elite Series. They're high quality. You can get 2 of them for about $800, I think, and you have to buy the brackets, but they're awesome and they come in a lot of different colors. So I'm thinking about getting that and replacing the door cards with regular black ones, just because these seats are god-awful. Comfortability is okay on these, but they stain so easily, and really I'm just tired of it. I don't like tan and black, honestly. So that's what I want to do. Of course, better suspension and stuff later. If I were to purchase different wheels, they would be the NT03, which I would go up in size. But otherwise, I think I'm going to do some research to see if you really gain anything from going to 18x8 instead of 17 by 7.5, because if not, I just might unmount these wheels, have them powder coated like red or blue or something. But yeah, I think that's it on my update here. It's been a great car the next 2 years. I'm looking forward to getting those things done. Of course, disclaimer, if you do upgrade your car with that turbo, like I said, don't track it. My friend Evan shredded his car, built engine with a stock turbo. He shredded his engine because he tracked it, pushed it too hard. He did a standing mile on a 105-degree day. Yeah, don't. You need to get oil cooling upgrade. You need to get radiator upgrade. You need to have those things if you're going to do that. This car is going to be built for road rallies. I'm going on the Holiday Hoon rally here in a month, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, it's basically like the gumball, but it's slightly short, and we're going to pop up to St. Louis, take a couple tours, and come back down. And yeah, I'll have dedicated videos on that. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Try to give all the information that I have on this car that I know at this point. Again, any questions, I'll be happy to answer any questions about this car that you have, really. Send them if you want to know. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for watching the video.